Yo, and welcome back to the channel. So, Toliara, fantastic city, the city without sleep. It's literally alive 24/7. Literally people milling about everywhere, even through the night. It's hot as hell. In fact, they have a saying, Toliara Mafana, which means Toliara, hot. It's got a very short rainy season, but when it rains, it really does rain. It literally chucks it down, and the roads become rivers, and you get flooding in Toliara city. And then within a few days, the water's gone, and everything's back to normal again. Back to hot. The people, they're very poor in Toliara. It's one of the poorest regions in Madagascar, probably next to Fort de Fan forest, around that area. But it's all in the Toliara region. Fort de Fan is in Toliara region, so is Toliara. You've got Mangili and Fati, Moran-B, Morandava, the Avenue de Baobabs, which a lot of tourists want to go and see, is all in Toliara region. It's a big region that goes from the very bottom of Madagascar up the west coast, basically covering half the size of the country on the west coast. So it's a big area. But yeah, the people are they're very poor. They've got nothing pretty much. You know, most of them earn, if they've got a job, which most people haven't, but if they've got a job, most of them earn €2 a day, maybe a little bit more, €2.50, €3 possibly. But it's very hard. It's a hard life. It's nothing like Nosy B, where I live at the moment, where you can easily earn double the salary of Toliara in Nosy B, and have a good life on it. There's many people in Nosy B that are doing quite well, they're quite happy in life, but even the people in Toliara are very happy. You see friendly, happy, smiley people, content with their life in Toliara every day. Some of the nicest people I've ever met, in Toliara worldwide. Nightlife, there's a lot of nightlife. The place is buzzing. If one thing that the Malagasy are happy to spend the money on, it's partying and beer. And the beers are flowing in Toliara. There's around about 3 discotheques, all in the Coast Road area of Toliara. That's where you'll find all the bars, restaurants. Most of the bars and restaurants, I should say. There is a couple in the city that are quite good, but most of the bars, restaurants and discotheques you'll find on the coastal road. A bar that most foreigners end up going to is called Le Boeuf, owned by a guy called Guillaume, a French guy. Very nice guy, he's a decent guy. His bar's buzzing most nights. At the bar you'll find plenty of ladies sitting at the bar, dreaming about a new life in France or America or wherever you come from. They're happy to go. Just get them a green card and they're happy. They're sitting there waiting for you at the bar. It's got little rooms as well, which he rents out. A pool table. It's nice bar. So I definitely go to Le Boeuf, check that bar out before you go to the nightclubs. The girls, if you do take the girls home from the nightclub, they will expect a little present, a little gift of probably around about €5, something like that, €4, €5, and they're happy as long as you give them a little gift so they can get a taxi home in the morning. If you're looking for hotels, there's a lot of hotels in Toliara, and in the Toliara region there's a lot of hotels. There's no real reason to book. There's an oversupply of hotels, so you'll always be able to find a room there. But if you want to book before you go, check out bookings.com. It's the best advice I could give you. Maybe book something for a couple of days. Toliara's nice to spend maybe a week. You can spend a week in Toliara. There's no Disney World there or big attractions or anything. It's basically bars, nightlife. There's a big market area. It's a place where a lot of people from the region go shopping. It's where they all head from the forest area to go shopping and get their big shopping done. If you need any satellite systems, or if you need solar panels, roofing material, they tend, or cement, they tend to go to the big city, Toliara. If you want to pamper yourself, you can do. There's places where you can go just up north from Toliara on the northwest coast. You'll come across some beautiful white sandy beach areas. You will have to get a Land Cruiser to take you there, but it's pure paradise, and you're unlikely to see other foreigners when you're there. In a lot of those places, very, very remote, very quiet, perfect. Take your book, relax, go get pampered. You can get a massage, even do a bit of snorkeling, maybe even diving. There's diving to be done in Mangili village, which is 30 kilometres north of Toliara. That's probably your best diving location. If you want to do surfing, the good surfing beach is Anakau, which is a little boat ride away from Toliara, the little port in Toliara. You can go to Anakau, go there for maybe 2 days. That is really very, very quiet, very remote, a different world, just sand. There's a lot of sand and not a lot of anything else. But if you like that, you want to relax, Anakau is a good place to go as well. It's really a wild place, Toliara. It's like the Wild West. There is crime. Yeah, there's crime, some horrific crime. You get murders, you get kidnapping, you get people who'll kidnap children and take their eyes and their private parts, cut them out for black magic reasons, I think. Some people blame it on foreigners, say yeah, it's a foreign business, but it's actually it's a Malagasy business. It's Malagasy that do it. They look for albinos. If they can get albinos, they can get like triple the price for a set of eyes from an albino. So if you're an albino child, be careful. Not good plan to come to Madagascar if you're an albino. But yeah, they're an endangered species, the albinos in Toliara, for certain. Is it dangerous for you to go there? Not really, no. Although I say that, and obviously I've got to mention it, that there is crime there. It's mainly a Malagasy to Malagasy thing. It's people stealing people's cows, stealing people's rice, things like that. It's not really a foreigner thing. The worst thing that really could happen to a foreigner is if you own a property in a very remote place. Obviously you're a target because you're seen as a walking dollar bill, and you are a target if you're in very, very remote places, just on your own. Obviously if you're in a hotel complex you'll be alright, but if you rent some like villa in the middle of nowhere, be cautious, be careful. In the city, if you get very drunk at night and you go on a push or something at 3 in the morning, there's a chance that you might get robbed for your money in your pockets or your telephone. But apart from that, it's pretty safe. It really is pretty safe. I lived there for 8 years. I walked around in the middle of the night on my own many times, 2 o'clock in the morning, walking home from discotheques, things like that. And I never had any problems in Toliara. Never had any problems at all. So there you go. Is it worth going? For certain, it's definitely worth going. Go see the Avenue de Baobabs, go check out Mangili, spend some time in Toliara in the city, maybe even venture to Morenby before you go to the Avenue de Baobabs. It's on the way. Have a little look. There's not a lot in Morenby, but I'm sure you can entertain yourself in Toliara region for a good few weeks, no problem whatsoever. Also, Fort de Fan, it's not the easiest place to get to. You're probably off better flying to Fort de Fan from Tanna if you want to go there. But Fort de Fan's fabulous as well, and it's also in the region. You will get scroungers, Klingons, beggars. Obviously, being a poor place, there's going to be people that are pulling at your shirt tails all day long, like putting their hand out, help me, especially in Toliara City. I know many of the kids that go begging and that. They are homeless, but they're homeless through choice. They choose to be homeless. a lot of the government projects have tried to get them into accommodation and stuff. They just run away, and they like being free. It's not a bad life, you know. You're sleeping outside, but it's 28 degrees. It's nice and warm, you know. There's food. You can get food cheap there. You can buy a meal for 20 cents if you're homeless. No problem whatsoever. Fill yourself up for 20 cents, and you can easily get hold of 20 cents just by putting your hand out to people, and within half an hour you've got probably 50 cents a euro. It's no problems. So it's not that really hard a life for them, but there is beggars and Klingons for certain. There's plenty of business opportunities there, but it is hard. If you're looking to do business and you're an entrepreneur, I really would just head to Nosy Be or Antira Bay, where you can do lots of business. Antira Bay is more sort of yogurt making and factories, things like that, making soft drinks and that sort of thing. Soap powder, things like that. But in Nosy Be it's more like the tourist industry. It's more boat trips, motorbike hire, building apartments, things like that. Touristy stuff, hotels. There's plenty of business to be done there. But yeah, there is opportunities in Toliara. You could buy land, split it, build on the land, build apartments to rent out or sell on, little houses and stuff. But it's hard. It's very, very hard to make money there. Very, very hard. Yeah, so you could always go walkabout as well, like in Toliara. Maybe take a guide with you. There's a lot to see, and you see the real life. You know, if you just get off the beaten track a little bit in Toliara, you'll see little villages where nobody ever goes. You know, you don't hardly ever see any foreigners. Yeah, and the diving, like I say, the diving is in Mangili Village. Good place to go for a week or more to relax on the beach, do the diving, do a bit of scuba diving, have a swim, go to discotheques, go to bars. There's lots of bars and nightclubs and stuff like that in Mangili. They're all fairly small, but you can have a good time, and they're full of happy-go-lucky people that are looking for fun. It's a city that you can become part of, Toliara. That's how I felt anyway when I lived there. I lived there from 2013 until 2020 when I moved to Diego at the start of COVID and that. But you can really get a sense of being a part of the community, being a part of the place. I'm probably still taking the sand out of my ears from the sandstorms in Toliara. They do have sandstorms there now and again. And the sky is full of sand. So there you go. It's a place where you can belong, though. You can enjoy yourself. You can have a nice time, and it's a world apart from the Western world. You know the song "Wake Me Up"? That song comes to mind when I think of Toliara. It's a place where you can go and belong, fit in. It's like you like being a pioneer there, you know. It is real hut life, though. Most people in Toliara live in huts, in grass huts. My garden in Toliara, I've got a house in Toliara, and my garden has got a 2,000 square metre garden, and there must be 80 people, 100 people that live on huts in my garden. A few years ago I built some huts just to rent out, to pay me manager basically, because my manager left him behind in Toliara. So I thought, build some huts, he can collect the rent from the huts, and all's good. He'll have a little income, and he can manage my little business, manage my properties that are there, any problems he can sort them out. So that's what he does, and it's worked out quite well. But obviously, having 80 people living in your garden's quite a lot of people. But yeah, I recommend going there. You can get, I think the Madagascar Air are doing flights where your second flight is 75% off. So in Madagascar, if you're in the north of Madagascar, say you're in Diego or you're in Nosy Be, you're going to need to fly to get to Toliara in the south. or to Fort the Fan, you're going to have to fly to Tanner, stop in Tanner, and then get a second flight from Tanner to Toliara. Now, it used to cost around about 125, 130 euro, something like that, for a one-way flight. So it's like 260 to get from one end of the country to the other, and then you need to pay another 260 to get home. So it was like over 500 euros. Whereas now, with the 75% discount off your second flight, it's not so bad. You're probably looking just over 250 to go a round trip from the north to the south and back again. So there you go. That's it for the Toliara video. Hopefully I'm going to go to Toliara very soon. I need to go there and sell some properties. But obviously living in Nosy Be, I'm 2,000 kilometres away. I can't keep the stuff there. It needs to go. So I'm going to go there and I'm going to sell up whatever I can. I've got probably 30,000's worth of properties that I want to sell at the moment. Some land and a bar. So there you go. Thanks for watching. Give us a like, give us a sub, and hopefully I can get some more exciting videos out rather than just these still ones with nothing happening in the background. That's what I hope. I'm going to sort it out. Unfortunately, I rented my motorbike out about 5 weeks ago. I've just got it back, my main motorbike that I use myself, and they've broke the phone holder. So I can't do videos on my motorbike until I get a new motorbike phone holder or make some sort of an adaptation that'll hold my phone. I'm going to have a go. I'm going to see what I can do and get myself a phone holder back on my motorbike so we can go round Nosy Be, seeing all the little places in the Nosy Be, and you can get a feel for the place. And also, when I go other places, I can take it with me and attach it to other motorbikes in other locations. That's it. Thanks for watching. Speak soon and see you in the next one.